Okay, so this is seventh grade, the mid-topic checkpoint for chapter 6. So the number 1, vocabulary. It says, Krista says that her chickens lay most of the eggs, or lay the most eggs of any of the chickens in the county. To prove her claim, she could survey chicken farms to see how many eggs each of their chickens laid that day. In this scenario, what is the population and what is the possible representative sample? This can be really subjective as far as your answer. In other words, there's a lot of different ways you could phrase it. I mean, she could be, she's talking about farms in a particular county, like Tuolumne County or Mariposa County. So think about it, and you should be able to answer that in just a couple sentences. What is the population? In other words, if she just chooses Mariposa County and all the farms in Mariposa County, the population will be all the chickens in Mariposa County. And then the representative sample would be from that, but then you'd have to be specific describing how she would get her sample from all those different farms in the county. So don't make it harder than it is, but just give it some thought. Number 2 here, 3 of these are correct. Number 3, I do want you to explain your answer. It says Michael surveyed a random sample of students in the school about the number of sports they play. There are 300 students in Michael's school. It says use the results of the survey, and this is the survey they're talking about here, to estimate the number of students in Michael's school who play exactly one sport. All right, so we're talking about 300 students. Here's the survey, and exactly one sport is 15. Number 4, what inference can you draw about the number of students who play more than one sport? And I was more specific about how many. Give me an approximate how many students from that population play more than one sport. So I'm looking for a number. Number 5, Avi says that Michael's sample was not random because he did not survey students from other schools. Is she correct? Explain it. Yes or no. And then explain why yes or why no. 340. Sunil is the ticket manager at a local soccer field. He wants to conduct a survey to determine how many games most spectators attend during the soccer season. And what is the population for Sunil's survey? So I pointed out here, it's not a number that I'm looking for. What's the population of the survey? So think about that. I'm not looking for a number. And they don't even give us a number up here when they set it up. And who would it be? So it says, give an example of a way that Sunil could collect a representative sample of this population. Again, don't overthink this. Once you answer that first part, what the population is, how would he get a sample from that population? Part B here, conducts the survey and obtains the results shown in the table below. What can he or she infer from the results of the survey? So number of spectators, 57. They say they go to 1 to 2 games. 43 said they go to 3 to 4 games. 5 or more games, 50 said they did that. Keep it simple. Okay? Just a sentence or two. And there's really more than one thing you could infer from the sample here of the survey. And part C down to the bottom, suppose 2,400 spectators attend at least one game this soccer season. Use the survey data to estimate the number of spectators who attended 5 or more games this season. So there's your population right there. There's the entire population, and they want to know who attended 5 or more games this season. Explain how you made your estimate. So I'm looking for a number or an approximate percent. I mean, either one will work. Questions? No? Okay, I'll let you guys work on this with what little class time we have left. Another short day.